Welcome to part number 8 of the Dubstep Glitch Shop tutorial bullshit free power course with Tom Cosm, and we're on to baseline number 7 here. Base 7. Now the last one was simple, and I want to do another simple one here. So let's just listen to what we've got so far. I want something sudden here. I'm going to take everything out. Everything out. So I've just selected that particular chunk where I plan on putting this clip. I'll put it in just for reference. So I've taken everything out, and I want the sound. Let's use the pitch bend again. Boom. So we want something just kind of to sink and rise here quickly, kind of a little stop, if you will. So again, let's load up an operator. Let's put a note in. We're working in D, remember? Drag a long one out. Great, so we want this to sync. Now we could go in here, we could go into the pitch bend, and we could bend it down using the modulation, but let's not do that. Let's go into the pitch envelope area, turn it on. So remember in the last one, we had the pitch envelope area up like this. We had this down on -12, so it went up. But let's get a bit more creative. Let's drag these around drastically. So I can drag these up. That's all good, but I want this to drop down. So we want it to start on the initial, to start on 0 semitones. So 0, remember, is the original pitch. We want it to drop down like this, and then come back up, and I need to click on one of these little blue things to make the curve the right curve that we want, like that. So that should make sure the sustain point is back on 0 again. You can type this stuff in. Doesn't quite work. Make the the attack longer. Let's make the initial higher and make the attack shorter. So we're just fine tuning these so they work in time. Let's change it from a sine wave to something a bit different. Let's play with some of these saws that only have 3, 4, 6, or 8 different types of harmonics. So remember, a saw D, all of the 64 harmonics are up there. But if we pick a saw 3, we've only got 3. If we pick a saw 4, oh sorry, that was a 6, and so on and so on. So let's just scroll through these, see what they sound like. I'm using the up and down arrows now. Let's just go saw 3. Let's turn the spread up. Let's give it a nice stereo effect. Remember, spread splits the signal to the left and right channel and detunes one slightly, so it just kind of sounds different on each sides. It's pretty cool. Let's change the algorithm again to the subtractive synthesis one, not the FM synthesis one, the subtractive synthesis one. So we use operators 1 and 2, or A and B. Let's get rid of C and D so they're off. Let's bring up the level of number B, and let's make B. Let's just make it a chunky saw which has all of the harmonics. Not bad, but let's turn the envelope on of B, so the envelope, and of course remember this is for the volume, and let's bring the attack out. That's quite cool. Let's put C on. Actually no, that's a bit naughty. I was going to put C on and bring up the level so we had the sub. But the thing is, that sub's still going to phase cancel with some of these because there is still going to be some sub frequencies here. So what do we need to do? We need to right click on this and group it into an audio effect rack. This is our chain. We'll call this high. And we need to add in another operator here. Then we need to use an EQ8. We're going to drag it onto the high to make sure that the high has no low frequencies. So we select this first pole, turn it into a high pass or a low cut, and bring it up a bit. We can turn off 2, 2, 3, and 1. We don't need. Oh, sorry, we need 1. We don't need 4. So now that's just letting through the highs. If we listen to this, you hear there's no sub, and we go over to the operator. But what's wrong with the operator now is, of course, we have no pitch bend on the sub. So how do we do that? Alright, let's go into the pitch envelope in the high, right click it, see if there's any way we can save it. Nope. So we're going to have to emulate that ourselves. That's okay. So we just have to go right. Turn on the pitch envelope of the original operator. Give it up to 100%. Let's go to the highs. What have we got? 140 milliseconds, 376. So we've got what? 140, 376. What else we got? Release is the same. The peak is plus 17 and negative 48. Plus 17, and sorry, the initial is plus 17, and that is negative 48. And we're going to make sure that our curve is right. We can be rough with that. So they look roughly the same. There we go. Let's bring this one volume up a bit. Bringing the volume up of the sub. We should name that sub as well. Cool, I'm happy with that. Cool, that's number 7. And what do we call that? Let's call that dippy. Dippy. Goes down and up. Very nice. We'll use those a bit more. When we start structuring the actual tune, we'll use lots of those kind of little drops and stuff. And dippy can be our main guy. Awesome. TomCosm.com.